Thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to be going through the solo version of Upkeep in casual mode. Casual mode is a simplified version of Upkeep that allows for more casual play or for younger players. And so if you're just wanting to learn the game a little bit, it removes some of the complicated elements that is in the normal version of Upkeep. So the first thing that we're going to do is just kind of introduce everything here for you. The yard is where you're going to be doing most of your work. You'll notice the yard is actually split up into 4 areas. You have your roof, your deck, your lawn, and your pool. Now some yards will have a garden instead, but you'll always have those four distinct areas. At the top you'll have 4 toolboxes that represent each area in your yard and will help you kind of place leaves and clean up. You'll also get a set of bins. You'll get 3 different leaf bins that allow you to redeem for tokens, and 1 scratch bin for leaves that are not of those 3 types. This is just a mechanism for keeping track of the progress of the game. We'll use the dice and then the markers. Now the very first thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to create what's called a weather deck. In Upkeep, there are 6 different types of storms, and we're thinking about adding a couple more through Kickstarter. These will affect the round in different ways and make it difficult for you to clean up your yard. So what I generally do for a moderate game is to choose just 4 of the storms. I'm going to take 2 of these and discard those. So we have 4 storms. Now the weather deck also is made up of calm weather cards. In the first round, we're always going to start with calm weather, which means nothing unusual is happening. And then for a solo game, I will generally, for a solo, moderate game, I'll generally add in 9 or 10 of these cards. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and do 9. And we'll discard the rest. And then we'll shuffle this up. So that means somewhere in this deck is 4 storms that will come up at random times that might cause you a little bit of grief. And so it's kind of an uncertainty element in the game that kind of makes it a little bit more fun. Now the game ends when you've either cleared your yard or you've run out of these weather cards. Now before we start the game, we also draw 12 tokens. And these are our leaf tokens that will go into the yard. You draw 12, and with these 12, we're going to place them in our yard for our initial configuration. To do that, you place your meeple on your first toolbox, which represents your roof. You take 1 token out of your hand and turn it over, and then you place it on your roof. You advance it and do that with the deck, the pool, and then the lawn. And you'll repeat until you've used all the tokens in your hand. Looks like I'm getting a lot of fern in this case, which unfortunately isn't good because we don't have a bin for fern. Now once you're done, you should have 3 in each area of your yard to start the game. Now the game is made up of 5 phases. Check weather, roll the dice, place your leaves, upgrade and redeem, clean up, and then repeat. We've already checked the weather for this first round, so we're going to go ahead and roll the dice. What that indicates is that you're going to draw 4 leaf tokens to place in your yard that round. So again, we start on a roof and we place 1. Deck, pool, and lawn. Looks like I drew an extra one. Okay, now that was the place leaves. We won't do the upgrades this round because we don't have any tokens and we don't have any leaves yet to redeem. So let's talk about cleanup. Cleanup, by default, each of your areas you get 1 move because you don't have any upgraded tools. So on the roof, for example, we will get to pick 1 leaf token and put that in our bin. We will then go and do the deck, the pool, and the lawn, so that we've cleaned up in each of the 4 areas. Now when we're done with cleanup, we repeat. We start by checking the weather, rolling the dice, placing our leaves, roof, deck, pool, and lawn. And now we're back to the upgrade phase. Now, in order to upgrade, each of your bins can hold 1 stack of leaves. And a stack for casual mode is 4 leaves. So I don't have any bin that is yet full, so I can't redeem these for any tokens yet. So we'll revisit that shortly. So instead, we'll go right into cleanup. And again, we still only have 1 move for each area. So I'll do 1, 1, 1, and 1. So the first few rounds of the game, there's not a lot to do because you're building up your bins and you're getting ready to upgrade your tools. All right, so now we have what's called a storm card. A couple things happen when a storm card. First of all, you don't need to roll this because you're going to draw 6 tokens anytime you get a storm. Secondly, if an area is blocked by a storm, in this case a snowstorm blocks the pool, you place a little storm token on there just to remind yourself that you can't clean up in that area this round. So we don't need to roll the dice, so we'll go ahead and draw the 6. 2, 4, 6. Now, not all storm tokens will block an area. Some of them cause extra leaves to fall. Some of them take away moves, things like that. So we start on our roof, deck, pool. Now you notice it still falls in the pool, but you can't clean it up. So dropped 1, and then lawn, then roof, and deck. All right, so you see that they're starting to build up a little bit more now. So we're back to the upgrade phase. Now the upgrade phase, now when you have a stack of 4 in one of your bins, it's full and it can't hold any more. Now I could actually go ahead and redeem this. The way the redemption works is I can turn in 1 stack of leaves for 1 token. I can turn in 2 stacks of leaves for 3 tokens, or if I get all 3, I get 5. So what I'd like to do is to get these filled up so I can get more than just 1 token. So I'm going to wait until I can actually fill these up a little better. I don't have a lot of aspen or oak at the moment, so that's not working out very well, but we can also get some additional maple as well. So we'll see how that plays out. I don't have anything in my scratch bin. If I did, I could move those over or discard what's in there. All right, so let's go ahead and clean up. Now I still only have 1 for each area. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a maple. Now because my maple is full, I'm going to set that in my scratch bin, and I'll show you what we do with that later. My deck, I'm going to grab an oak. My pool, I can't do anything because it's frozen, and my lawn, I will grab a maple. So I still don't have quite enough for redemption. Now once you get to the end of the round, you can take off that storm token when you check the next weather. And we repeat. So I get 4. Let's hope for some better leaves this round. 1, 2, nice. 3, and 4. Okay. Still not going to upgrade because I'm still waiting for just the right leaf tokens. Now the danger in that is I'm running out of space in my bins. And once they're full, I can't clean up. All right, so let's go ahead and clean up. So we can take 1 off the roof, get a maple, I'll get a oak, I will grab an aspen, and then I will grab another maple. All right, still calm weather, which is good, and we only got 3 leaf tokens. Now sometimes the lower rolls is actually harder because you don't get as many leaf tokens to upgrade. So we start on the roof, we get 1, 2, and 3. Especially when you get 1 leaf that just won't show up. All right, now this time for upgrade, let me show you how that works. I do have 2 piles of leaves in my redeemable bins. So I can go ahead and take these 2 piles, discard those, and I will get 3 tokens. Now you'll notice that I also have a pile of maple. So the maple, I can move out of my scratch bin into my maple bin, and I can either redeem it right away for 1 more token, or I can wait and try and get these bins filled up. In this case, I'm actually going to go ahead and redeem it because I want to upgrade some things. Otherwise, I think I might start getting myself in trouble. especially since I don't have any aspen to finish this one off. So now the upgrades, the way those work is each toolbox can be upgraded so that you can have additional moves. To unlock a toolbox, you spend 2 tokens and you take one of your markers. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my roof first. And then if I wanted to go further, each additional step is just 1 token. Oops. So I could go up to 3 for an additional token and then 4 for 1 more. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to unlock a second tool. And I think I'll just go ahead and do my pool because it's got a lot of maple, which I want. So now I get 2 on my roof and 2 on the pool. Now we go into the cleanup. So here I get 2 moves on my roof. Not super helpful because I don't really want those leaves, but we got to get them off there sooner or later anyway. The roof I get 1, so I'm going to go ahead and actually pick up that oak. The pool I get 2, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up 2 maple. And then the lawn I just get 1, so I'll go ahead and grab that oak as well. All right. Now we'll check the weather. Still calm weather, which is good. And we get a little bit more leaves, which is helpful as well. 2, 4, 5. All right. So a roof, and then we just repeat. And that's essentially the essence of the game at this point. Now you notice it's quite casual, quite simple, and that was the intention of this version, is just to make it really non-stressful, very easy to play. Yeah. All right. So we've placed. Now we'll upgrade. Now I don't really have any upgrades to do, but I do want to keep my scratch bin empty if I can. So I'm going to throw those ones away and then go right into cleanup. So I get 2 on my roof. So I finally get that one, 1. And we'll pick up one of those. My deck, I'm going to grab these 2. No, sorry, I only get 1 move. So I do 1. My pool I get 2, so I will grab a maple and just something else. And then my lawn I get 1, so I'll just grab another maple. So I did get 2 piles, which is good. And check the weather. Lightning storm. Now, unfortunately, a lightning storm means that you're going to have to place 6. The other thing is the lightning storm blocks all 4 areas. It's a pretty rough storm. So essentially, there will be no cleanup this round at all. So we draw 6 tokens. 2, 4, 5, 6. And we place those. Roof, deck, pool, lawn. Basically what that means is that you're going to go 2 rounds without any cleanup. Deck, there we go. So I am now up to the upgrade. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn in these 2 stacks anyway. Well, actually, I'm going to take a look. I don't have enough oak to finish this pile. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn these in for 3 tokens. And even though it doesn't help me this round, I'm going to go ahead and unlock my deck for 2. And I'll save this one so I can unlock my lawn later on. So there's no cleanup this round. So we go right into checking the weather. No storm, so we can get rid of our little storm tokens. And we roll the dice like normal. Okay, so we now got 3 and repeat. I'll probably be fast forwarding through a lot of this part of the video because there's not a lot to learn. All right. Hailstorm. Okay, now we've got some leaves to work with. A hailstorm means that each area of your yard gets 2 extra leaves before you even roll the dice. Yeah, so 2, 4, 6. So you draw 8, and you'll put those just like normal. So roof, deck, pool, lawn, roof, deck, pool, pool and lawn. Now, unfortunately, because it's a storm, you then have to do the 6 after you place those initial hail leaves. So I'm going to do 6 more starting on the roof. So all those nice areas that we had cleaned now have some leaves to deal with. But that will give us more to work with, so it's not necessarily a terrible thing at the moment. And deck. Okay. All right, now upgrade the wise. Now I don't have enough oak, so I think I'm going to go ahead and leave my oak here. But I'm going to throw away this pear. And unfortunately, I won't have enough of that. Oh, I do have enough. Cool. So it looks like I'll be able to fill those 2. But then I'm going to go ahead and actually throw away this extra oak because it's going to hold up my bin a little bit. So we go right into cleanup. So we get 3 on our roof, which means we can clear our roof, which is good. Again, deck, we get 4 on our deck. So I will do, I'm not going to do that one actually. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Actually, well, no. Actually, I'm not going to do that one. 3. And I'm not going to do those 2. I'll save those for another round. And then pool, I get 4 as well. So I'll be able to do 1 and 2. And unfortunately, all my bins are full, so I don't even get to do the remainder of my moves. But now I have some leaves to work with. All right, so what do we got? Oh no, this is the last round, and it's a windstorm. So a windstorm is not good. A windstorm doubles the amount of leaves that you would normally drop, which means, since it's a storm and we have 6, we have to draw 12 leaves for this round. Okay, so yeah, that wasn't good. That was not good. 2, 4, 6. That is not a good storm to end the game on. Now you'll notice a couple of things that I didn't get a chance to talk about. You always have to fill in a spot if a spot is available in that area. But once it's full, you can actually start stacking. And unfortunately, always when it's stacked, you'll have to take the top one to get it out of the way. All right, so we are now upgrading. So I'm going to throw away this pear. I'm going to turn in these 3 for 5 tokens, and I'm definitely going to use those 5 tokens because I'm going to want to try and clear these there. So I'm going to look at each of my areas real quick. I have 3 on my roof, so I can get that clear. I have 5 on my deck, so I cannot get it clear because I do not have enough moves. So I'm actually going to spend a token on my deck so that I can unlock the special moves. My pool, I have 5 as well, so I'm going to do that on my pool. And my lawn, there's just no way I'm going to do much on my lawn. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep my tokens. I don't think I'll be able to clear my lawn. All right, so let's do our cleanup and see how this turns out. So I have 4 moves on my roof, and I only need 3. So 1, 2, 3. My deck, I need 5 moves, but I only have 4. So I will do something special here. So first I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Now because I have an extra one, but I have a star on my deck, it allows me to do what's called extra moves. Your extra moves are that you can spend a token to take another move, or you can spend a token to empty your scratch bin. So now my deck is clear. We'll do the pool next. So we got 1, 2, 3. And unfortunately, even though I want to do another move because I have 4, my 2 bins are full that I need. So I can spend, because I have a star in the pool, I can spend a token to empty this scratch bin. So now I can take my 4th move. Now if I wanted to, which I'm going to go ahead and do, because I've got the star in the pool as well, I'm going to go ahead and move that to the scratch bin. Well, actually, one of the extra moves is that you can discard it directly. So I'm going to go ahead and discard it, so that's not in my scratch bin. Now I only get one move on my lawn, so I'll grab an oak, but it doesn't really help me because this is the end of the game. And you'll see that we got pretty close. If we had had a couple more rounds, or if we hadn't got the windstorm at the end, I think I would have made this one. But the windstorm definitely caught us off guard. Now, another thing that you can do sometimes if you want to make sure that doesn't happen in a solo game is make sure that the last card is a calm weather. That way you know you'll get one good last round and not a surprise at the end. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, this is a special mode. This isn't the normal mode for Upkeep. So this is meant to be very casual and easy, so it's quite simple. But I know my 6-year-old really loves it and has a lot of fun with it, and it's simple enough that he can understand the mechanics. Once you've played this once or twice, you can then play the more advanced version of Upkeep, which has a lot more elements that add quite a bit of more strategy and mechanics to the game, and is quite a bit more challenging, especially with multiple people. And so we hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, just comment below, and we'll see you next season, I guess. Thanks.